As a young citizen of India, armed with technology, knowledge, and love for my nation, with a vision of transforming India into a developed nation, I am joining Shobhit University. What about you?
Guruji, please come to the seat. Hello.
Yeah.
Very good morning to all the participants from India and abroad. Soviet Institute of Engineering and Technology, Meerut, a NAC accredited with A grade deemed to be university, and Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, and Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies. Extend greetings to all the participants from India and abroad who are attending today's national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture. This webinar series is being hosted on every Thursday at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Today is 16th March 2023, 109th edition, on a very important topic, smart tribal farming, step towards operationalization of doubling farmers' income by 2022 committee recommendations in Javadu Hills, Tamilnadu. On behalf of the Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, the faculty members of the university, and on my behalf, and as Professor Emeritus and Chairman of the Centers of Excellence, Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies, Center for Informatics Development Solutions and Application, and Center for Industry 4.0 Technology Studies and Application, and Center for Health Informatics and Computing. Let me welcome today's guest speaker to deliver the talk in the 109th edition of this national webinar series, Sanjayaguru, alias Sanjaya Kumar Chaudhary. He is a consultant, social activist, Secretary INDRALOK, Thiruvannamalai, Tamilnadu. He is also former CEO, BankaBio Limited, Hyderabad, Telangana state. I wish to inform the participants and the speaker that the university regularly conducts two webinar series. Via national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, that is on Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture, on every Thursday at this time, and international webinar series on open source digital technologies towards self-reliant India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, on every Saturday. So far, under this webinar series, the university has organized 108 webinars on very important topic. Each topic can facilitate an agri-tech startup at the grassroots level. For the benefits of the participants, let me just read out only the titles of the various topics discussed. Role of agriculture cooperative societies and e-governance. India has got about something like 1 lakh primary agriculture cooperative societies, 22,000 primary fisher cooperative societies, and 1.5 lakh dairy cooperative societies. Blockchain technology-based fishery value chain, self-contained village felt need of the day, spices informatics network value chain, lantana camera, a camouflaged treasure trove, smart hill agriculture, a digitalized hill agriculture value system, Mara mobile, Mara marketing, integrated mariculture, aquaponics, and precision agriculture, MAPA biofarms for income revolution, smart tribal agriculture, optimizing value chain, the digital agri-tech and industry perspective, land resources information system in India, present and road ahead, weather decision technologies for increasing farm income, big data in smart farming, sustainable soil and land management for climate smart agriculture, understanding market dynamics for increasing farm income, role of technologies in mitigating crop risk, how to generate additional profit via simple, attractive approaches in farm produce, adoption of flexi rubber check dam technology, potential benefit for farmers in rainfed and hostel agro ecosystems, realizing the economic benefits of agroforestry, closing the nutrient loop, phosphorus management in protein farming, improving nutrient use efficiency and farm productivity, Octosol, organic humic solutions for increasing crop yields and quality while increasing farm income and improving soil health, artificial intelligence enabled pest management technology for agriculture crop protection without pesticides, empowering farmers through extension and knowledge dissemination, role of mass media, smart poultry monitoring solutions, agrobiodiversity, intellectual property laws, agriculture and farmer welfare, and insight into the issues for India's agrarian economy. Manufacture and application of biochar for increased soil fertility and crop productivity. Sustainable integration of livestock with agriculture for farm income increase. Role of geographical indications on improving farmers' income. Lessons from Asia Pacific region. Dairy Informatics Network value chain, a dairy tech startup perspective for farmers' income increase. Spices Informatics Network value chain, a turmeric startup perspective for farmers' income increase. Generating sustainable on-farm income through fintech intervention. Nutrition sensitive agriculture, pathway for increasing farmers' income. Artificial intelligence and data analytics to ensure optimal nutrition in the soil, harvested food that minimizes human disease. Bioenergy supply chain, a business opportunity for rural enterprise and farmer produce organization. Tech enabling India's tech-starved farmers for manifold increase in productivity and income. Open insurance ecosystem for agriculture produce, risk management solutions to overcome repercussions for farmers' income, market stability, and food safety. Role of mass media for farmers' income increase, a case study from Green TV. Xstack, open source digital infrastructure for agriculture ecosystem, a Linux Foundation project. Circular bioeconomy towards resilience. Urgent need for redefining raw materials and modified waste management policies and regulations. Agri-tech new horizon in Indian agriculture. Supporting of farmers for marketing will only help doubling of income by 2022. Rural transformation for farmers' income increase. A case studies from impoverished districts. Mobile enabled software as a service to solve complex supply chain challenges. A case study from daily alerts. John Deere's journey in India, integrated precision agriculture solutions. Doubling the income of farmers through eco-agri revolution. Bayer's carbon farming initiative. Post-production intervention, maximizing value for farmers. BAFE models of revival of traditional water management system to enable doubling of farmers' income. Should we adopt farmers' welfare as a new paradigm instead of farmers' income? ICT intervention in agriculture challenges and opportunities. Democratizing the future of farming, a global experience. Commercial processing of orders, next game changer in dairying. Data-driven agriculture and agri-tech startup perspective. Agribusiness potentials in Moringa. And agricultural income pathways, strengthening link between agricultural activities and nutrition outcome. Technology, education, research, and rehabilitation for the environment. Cultivating dignity for farmers. Model village development program, a case study from Maharashtra. Market-driven agriculture, need for development of crop-specific strategies at block level. Farmers collective with value addition, powerful business model for income increase for small and marginal farmers. Lessons from Operation Flood for transforming agriculture and food systems. Sustainable food production. Agriculture marketing in India, defects therein and remedial measures, if any. Small-scale fisheries and their contribution to rural livelihoods, case studies from developing countries. Impacting life through livelihood promotion and value chain development, case study from Vritti impact model. Organic spices cultivation for doubling of farmers' income in northeastern region of India. Agriculture export management, imperatives of integrating with the global value chain at the earliest. Agriculture value chain challenges and opportunities. Dairy husbandry for food security and nutritional prosperity. Mushroom cultivation, a way towards self-reliance for agricultural waste and providing nutritional food security to the nation. Subhas Palekar, natural farming, future of farming rooted in Indian tradition. Vision 2025, agriculture and allied sectors viewpoint. Doubling income of tribal families. Doubling income of tribal families through value chain intervention on minor forest producer. A case study on custard apple value chain from Udaipur, Rajasthan. Unnati Agri, internet in farmlands, key for prosperous farmers. Jackfruit Informatics Network value chain, a needed digital infrastructure for increasing farmers' income. Doubling of farmers' income through integrated agriculture value chain. Doubling of farmers' income through integrated agriculture value chain. Potential role of minor fruits in achieving national and livelihood security. Fisheries Informatics Network Value Chain, a case study from Manja Technologies. Untapped potential for growth. Co-create solutions to realize gains for farms, households, and communities. Neem tree, sustainable solution to livelihood, chemical-free nutritious food, and global warming. One district, one product informatics network value chain, key to unlocking India's potential of agri exports. Village e-commerce, challenges, barriers, and potential in rural India. Export promotion of GI tagged agriculture products from India, issues, challenges, and potential. Doubling income, Indian farmer income through indigenous cows, opportunities and challenges. Livestock insurance ecosystem, a necessity for smallholder farmers India. Necessity for smallholder farmers in India. Innovative future farming, need for design agriculture. Empowering rural farmers by co-creating value-added products and agri-tech entrepreneurs' perspective. Food value chain, issues, challenges, and potential. Animal health industry, quality, innovation, talent, technology have powers to transform. Farm-linked activities, secondary agriculture, empowering small and marginal farmers. Harnessing opportunities in rainfed areas, pathway to prosperity. Agriculture, entrepreneurship development, pathway for farming as a service. Agriculture resources information system and micro level planning for enhancing farm health, key to achieving the doubling farmers income by 2022 agenda put forth. Growth and structural transformation in agriculture in India, moving to the next level. Fisheries value chain, empowering fish folk and allied workers through digitalized fishery input management system. Village level cooperatives, a proven model to elevate farmers from their poverty. Experience, sharing on entrepreneurship journey in secondary agriculture. AgroCrade, an artificial intelligence powered digital, physical, and digital infrastructure enabling digital trade in fruits and vegetables. Innovation for waste to wealth. Development of livelihood activities among tribals through Nature Science Foundation. Development of livelihood activities among tribals through Nature Science Foundation. Promoting rainwater harvesting through direct bore well recharge for rural transformation. Smart and collaborative agriculture, the way of the future. Climate resilient smart hill agriculture, Jawadu Hills 2050, by through Sanjay Kumar Chaudhary on 1st December 2022. Prime Minister warning, Wi-Fi access network interface, entrepreneurship opportunities for small and micro business in agriculture. Pay Agri, market linkage to farmers through digitalized agri value chain. Jackfruit informatics network value chain and ecosystem architecture. Doubling farmers' income, the brown revolution or the sweet revolution. Land policy reform for doubling farmers' income, farm income. Today is 109th edition, which will be addressed by Sanjay Kumar Chaudhary, Sanjayaguru, Secretary INDRALOK, Thiruvannamalai, Tamilnadu, on a very important topic, smart tribal farming, step towards operationalization of doubling farmers' income by 2022, committee recommendation in Jawadu Hills, Tamil Nadu. Dear participants, please note down the keyword, smart tribal farming, operationalization, doubling farmers' income by 2022, committee recommendation, doubling farmers' income, location Jawadu Hills, Tamil Nadu. To develop any sector of economy, a nation essentially needs four main synchronized intervention, namely enabling policy environment, state-of-the-art technologies, financing mechanism, and entrepreneurship capacity. These four important interventions are needed. This is what the Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology has been striving to achieve through this weekly webinar series. India is a land of villages. Acharya Vinoba Bhave said, India is largely an agriculture country and it has about 6.25 lakh villages. Agriculture sector is the foundation of Indian economy. It employs more than 50% of the India's workforce and contributes about 18% of GDP. And climate change has got direct and indirect effect on agriculture productivity. Farmers of India are facing multidimensional problems: price fluctuation, debt, lack of infrastructure, and weather. Indian farming community comprises of 14.5 crores operational holdings, of which 85% of the farmers have small and marginal size operational holding. They need timely, location-specific, and personalized information for effective control on their production risk and then market their produce to identified market communities. I would like to quote our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, in his opening address at the 7th Governing Council meeting of Niti Aayog held on 7th August 2022. I quote, "The need to focus on modernized agriculture, animal husbandry, and food processing to become self-sufficient and global leader in the agriculture." We have the recommendation from Dr. Ashok Dalwai Committee report on doubling farmers' income by 2022. It is towards the reform towards digitalization of agriculture system. It talks about, way back in 1995, I was instrumental as the Deputy Director General NIC to prepare an IT blueprint for agriculture sector through a very national conference on Informatics for Sustainable Agricultural Development ISDA in May 1995. We were also instrumental in getting schemes like Smart Village Scheme 2002-2007 and 2007-2012 and in the country on a pilot project. And the government has launched National E-Governance Program in Agriculture in 2005. This is the development history. And in 2018, Dr. Ashok Dalwai Committee submits its recommendation on doubling farmers' income by 2022, which included Volume 11 and Volume 12B. This has been chaired by me as a subgroup leader. Volume 11 is empowering the farmers through extension and knowledge dissemination. And Volume 12B is digital technology in agriculture. Today's topic is very relevant. This is how to operationalize the recommendation of doubling farmers' income by 2022 committee report with respect to digital technology in agriculture. It talks about 7 mission mode programs: digitalized agriculture, digital technology and innovation in agriculture, Digital India, Make in India, Skill India, and Stand Up India programs for transformational reforms in agriculture sector through smart irrigated farming, smart rainfed farming, and smart tribal farming. And smart hill agriculture can have any of these 3 components. Digitalized agriculture, agromet advisories, and agricultural risk management solutions. Digitalized agricultural resources information system and micro-level planning for achieving smart village and smart farming. And digitalized value chain for 400 agriculture commodities. And digitalized access to inputs, technology, knowledge, skill, and agricultural finance, credit, marketing, and digitalized agriculture, agribusiness management to farmers. Digitalized integrated land and water management system per drop more crop. And digitalized farm health management for reduction of farmers' loss. It means to see in an integrated manner public health, farmer health, plant health, animal health, soil health, water health, fish health, and environmental health. It itself is a $1 trillion data economy. And we are not in a position to see this data and an integrated manner through GIS technology in a village, village, area. And we have an Atmanirbhar Bharat program. This is a vision of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi of making India a self-reliant nation. This is vocal for local and make in India for global. These reforms announced have been systematic, planned, integrated, interconnected, and futuristic for creating strong enterprises, generating employment and robust supply chain. And during the during the COVID-19 pandemic, the government also announced Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan and also announced 1 lakh crore as a booster. 1 lakh crore to agriculture cooperative societies, farmer produce organization, and startups for boosting farm gate infrastructure. 10,000 crores for formalization of microfood enterprises and also for following cluster-based farming approach. Cluster-based farming approach. Smart tribal farming is as a pilot project, a cluster of 10 tribal village. And 20,000 crores for Prime Minister's Matsya Sambada Yojana, and 13,000 crores for 100% vaccination of cattle, buffalo, sheep, goat, and pigs, and 15,000 crores for animal husbandry infrastructure, and 4,000 crores for promotion of herbal cultivation, and 500 crores for beekeeping initiative. We have Amrit Kal led up to 100. It's a blueprint for taking the country new as a new India by 2047. India's budget 2023-24 has outlined Saptarishi priorities, 7 priorities. And our Honorable Finance Minister, while presenting the budget, Madam Nirmala Sitharaman, she said in the 75th years of India's independence, the world has recognized Indian economy as a bright star, as the economic growth is estimated at 7%, which is the highest among all major economies in spite of massive global slowdown caused by COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine war. Outlined 7 priorities, calling it Saptarishi, would guide India's vision during Amrit Kal. For the next 25 years, it also announced a digital public infrastructure for agriculture based on open source, open standard, and interoperable public good that will help develop farmer-centric solution for crop planning. And in view of, and despite rapid industrialization, agriculture remains one of the key areas of employment generation in rural India. In view of this fact, Indian budget 23-24 has tried to revolutionize agriculture sector by encouraging agri-startup and natural farming. Dr. Ashok Dalwai Committee report, this digital technology in agriculture can facilitate one agri-tech startup in every gram panchayat. It means that it can facilitate 2.25 lakh agri-tech startup in India to help 14.5 crores operational holders. And also talks about natural farming. And we have sustainable development goals of the United Nations, 17 goals and 169 targets to be achieved. On 9th March 2023, Mr. Pranab Ranjan Chaudhary, founder Center for Land Governance, which is a leading land think tank and land governance policy and research in India and globally, Bhubaneswar, talked on land policy reform for doubling farm income. And he said, formalizing land leasing is therefore critical for inclusive agriculture transformation in India. In its report outlining a roadmap for doubling farmers' income, the Niti Aayog highlights the need to reform state-level leasing policies to remove restrictions as key to this agenda. Digital India Land Records Modernization Program has also been recognized as a key to doubling farmers' income, since computerization and updating of land records mitigates land disputes and facilitates access to institutional credit. However, these impacts may not be fully achieved unless tenants' rights are incorporated into the land records. It's a major need, given that up to 30% of the farmers are tenants. So all the government subsidy do not go to the tenants who are up to 30% of the farming community. In its 103rd edition, Sanjayaguru Chaudhary, the today's guest speaker, talked on climate resilient smart hill agriculture, Jawad Hills 2050. By 2050, how we should achieve climate resilient smart hill agriculture is a major initiative. India has got such hills, many number of hills, both in Eastern Ghats Hill, North in Himalayan hills, and Western Ghats Hills and Northeastern Hills. And in that talk, he talked about one survey which was conducted in 2021, that is survey of resources and opportunities in Jawadu Hills. Medicinal plants, fruits, berries, wild greens, vegetables, bamboos, millets, traditional farming knowledge, and traditional Siddha treatments. And I have also seen on 3rd September 2020, Times of India published a news article, the Tamil Nadu government's decision. It is planned to establish a bee park in Tamil Nadu Jawadu Hills at an investment of 1 crore in 7 hectares of land in Melsilambadi village in Jamana Marathur block in Eastern Ghats in Jawadu Hills. Smart tribal farming, integration with the global agriculture value chain. It's very important to improve livelihood opportunities through sustainable growth and development. Smart tribal farming, integrated with the global agriculture value chain. Ministry of Tribal Affairs has initiated developmental initiatives in tribal dominated states to start a phased transformation program across 1.45 lakh tribal village with more than 25% of the tribal population to convert them into model villages. The new program, Pradhan Mantri Adi Adarsh Gram Yojana, would have been initiated across India in multiple phases. Would be initiated across India in multiple phases. The first phase will include 36,428 villages with at least 50% tribal population. Main objectives of the ministry is to provide a more focused approach on integrated socio-economic development of scheduled tribes. This is Ministry of Tribal Affairs, program. It means that there is a need for a tribal digital platform for 1.45 lakh tribal villages for sustainable development and growth, which is not there at present. So we initiated from the Sobhit Institute of Engineering Technology, deemed to be university, Smart Tribal Village and Digital Village. Digital Village aims at the usage of information communication technology for development and empowerment of communities. To empower communities through the use of mobile technologies, which will contribute to long-term sustainable and economic development through value chain and supply chain. And this model will work around human resources at village level as an individual, family, and society, working out linkages, identification of the right stakeholders, and analysis of the services, working out the methodology, digital enablement with the digital connectivity with the right stakeholders and necessary infrastructure at the village level. And this is what Dr. Ashok Dalwai committee report also talks about, how to bring in smart tribal farming, digital transformation agriculture, which will lead to smart village and smart farming. And this will involve operationalization of build, operate, and maintain models for incubation, deriving best practices for 3 years, and thereafter a realistic, sustainable remodel, operate, and transfer, wherein within all failure entities and processes are removed, new innovations, technology updates, process optimizations are introduced for the next 3 years. Smart tribal farming will include smart digital technology and innovation in agriculture in totality. What doubling farmers' income by 2022 committee report recommendations, digitalized agromet advisories and agricultural risk management solutions, digitalized agricultural resources information system and micro level planning, digitalized value chain for agriculture commodities, digitalized access to inputs, knowledge, skill, agricultural finance, credit, marketing, and agribusiness management to farmers, digitalized integrated land and water management system, digitalized farm health management for reduction of farmers' loss, that is farmers' health, crop health, animal health, fish health, and soil health and water health. Minerals of soil controls the metabolism of the human cells and animal cells and plant cells. Use of artificial intelligence, big data analytics, and GIS technologies to ensure optimal nutrients in soil and harvested food to reduce human disease, and operationalizing optimal value chain in marketing. And in order to promote digital technology in agriculture, Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology and deemed to be NAC accredited A grade, deemed to be University Meerut, and in association with Millet Mart Ventures Limited, have initiated pilot projects to start, since this year is a international year of millet value chain. So to begin with, smart tribal farming millet value chain in a cluster of 10 tribal villages, each in the state of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamilnadu, Kerala, in association with the local NGOs working in the tribal areas. In Odisha, Mayurbhanj district, Jharkhand, Gumla district, Chhattisgarh, Korba district, Andhra Pradesh, Tirupati district, and Kurnool district, Rayalaseema region. Telangana, Suryapat, Tamil Nadu, Jawad Hills, Thiruvannamalai district, and Coimbatore district. Kerala, Wayanad district. Karnataka, Koppal district, Devangere district, and Chamarajanagar district. Madhya Pradesh, Betul district, and Maharashtra, Balgar district, and Gujarat and Rajasthan, the districts have to be identified. And Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, in association with the Millet Mart Ventures Limited, made a presentation to the Ministry of Tribal Affairs on 17th August 2022. As suggested, the university has established a national level WhatsApp group on smart tribal farming with NGOs from these identified states, and undertake a weekly consultation meeting on every Tuesday from 4 to 5 p.m. As a result of such vast and extensive deliberation, the new project district-wise WhatsApp group have been established with identified NGO as the program convener for preparing project proposal for funding from the appropriate agencies. Pradhan, in this budget 2023-24, there is a very big component. Pradhan Mantri, particularly vulnerable tribal groups development mission, it has been announced to focus on improving overall socio-economic conditions of 75 particularly vulnerable tribal groups across the country who live in around 31,000 villages of India's 18 states and 1 union territory. Rupees 15,000 crores is to be spent on development of tribals. Among the ministries that are expected to be roped in to implement this Prime Minister particularly vulnerable tribal groups mission are Ministry of Rural Development, Ministry of Water Resources, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Water Resources, whose Jal Jeevan mission, clean drinking water connections will be given, and Ministry of Education, and which will building schools and hostels, and Health Ministry, which will look at filling the gaps in healthcare, and Women and Child Development Ministry will be to get Anganwadi workers on ground to work towards sensitization of particularly vulnerable tribal groups. As part of the reaching the last mile, one of the 7 Saptarishi priorities are to benefit about 75 particularly vulnerable tribal groups in India. Now let us turn to the address by Sanjaya Kumar Chaudhary, consultant, social activist, and secretary, INDRALOK, Thiruvannamalai, Tamilnadu. And a very important topic is the first talk in the smart tribal farming in our series. And the title is Smart Tribal Farming Step Towards Operationalization of Doubling Farmers' Income by 2022 Committee Recommendation in Jawad Hills. This topic will motivate and galvanize the participants watching our telecast through facebook.com, Shobhit University India, youtube.com, Shobhit University in, and linkedin.com/company Shobhit University for establishing agri-tech startups, physical and digital infrastructure, in at village, at Gram Panchayat level, and building entrepreneurship in each and every Gram Panchayat level for effective utilization of resources would make tremendous contribution towards rural development. Let us unlock the opportunities at the earliest. Let me introduce the guest speaker, Mr. Manish. Through Sanjay Kumar Chaudhary, alias Sanjayaguru, claims himself as a Tamilian Bihari and was born and brought up in Tamilnadu. He had a modest academic background and studied civil engineering and environmental engineering. Started working in 1984 and ended up as the CEO of BankaBio Limited, Hyderabad in 2018. He has been living a full-time spiritual life at Thiruvannamalai, Tamil Nadu. Sanjayaguru was a forward-thinking senior executive with a proven record of accomplishment and exposed to UNDP and SDG goals. A complete engineer with a social engineering approach, command over systems approach, and research methodologies across subjects and industry. Network of national and international experts in niche high-tech areas and business. He has pan-India working experience of 30 plus years, traversed across battery regeneration, wastewater treatment, bio-toilets, solar power plants, biogas, mining equipment, CADCOM services, industrial automation, SPM for auto and injection moldings industries, big data, and professional social work. He has acquired exemplary skills related to organizational turnaround, product development and expansion, market strategies, applied appropriate technologies, consulting, new market presentation, and relationship management. His work experience include battery second life, BankaBio Limited, C3 Solutions Big Data Analyst, Delta Construction Services, Thrive Energy Technologies, Aditi, Ramakrishna Math and Mission, Future Systems, ODC Consulting Services, and Slub International. With this, I request our present speaker to Mr. Sanjayaguru to participate in the national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022 to talk on smart tribal farming, step towards operationalization of doubling farmers' income by 2022 committee recommendation in Jawad Hills, Tamil Nadu. Over to you, Guruji.
Namaste, sir. Am I audible?
Audible.
Hello? Yeah, okay.
Audible.
Namaste to all of you. Okay. And Jawad Hills, the Bhima Falls is welcoming all of you. And I'm grateful to Shobhit University, Professor Moni sir, for yet again giving me an opportunity to be on air on this important webinar on Dalwai Committee implementations. We are already in the advanced stage of submitting our project, Smart Tribal Farming Project from Jawad Hills. In the meantime, when Sir was talking about the Dalwai Committee, and I'm very privileged because I have been hearing to this, but I went in the depth of it and felt it is a excellent thing because doubling farmers' income is what do you call? It's a love for anybody who is in the development arena. But how it can be done and how someone can think so in depth of it, and after seeing the depth of the program, the committee report and all, I have actually tried to present what I was doing into that framework because I am an expert on the Dalwai committee, but I see there is everything in that. So I have taken what is there for me and I have related it with my activities in the smart tribal farming. So thanks again to the chancellors of the university, and I am very grateful that I will commence my talk with due regards and namaste to Dalwai ji, who is a great architect of this committee report, which can really unfold great horizons of development. And as the report goes and taking the gist of it, I found the core of the essence of it is the 7 pillars of growth. So I am trying to enumerate on the 7 pillars of growth, and in every slide trying to explain relevantly what I am trying to do at Jawad Hills. I hope my friends will contribute more to it, and Professor Moni sir will correct me wherever I am wrong in the contents explanation of the Dalwai committee. And I am very proud that an architect himself of the digital aspect of this committee report is sitting with me, and I am very privileged and I am very much overwhelmed to address it in front of him. I hope you give me good marks, sir. So, smart tribal farming, operationalization of the committee, specifically to Jawad Hills. I am not making a general presentation on thing. So, as I understood, the Ashok Dalwai committee 7 pillars of growth for DFI: increase in crop productivity, increase in livestock productivity, resource use efficiency, savings in the cost of production, increase in the cropping intensity, diversification towards higher value crops, improvement in real prices received by farmers, and shift from non-farm occupations. So the most elegant part I found is the agriculture. Agriculture being treated as an, I don't know how to, yeah, agriculture as a value-led enterprise. This is absolutely amazing. This is absolutely amazing. And the need of the hour is how we can reach this message to the people. Because when you ask people what they are doing, agriculture, what they are doing, agriculture, and we can just seamlessly say anybody in the village is definitely what he is doing agriculture. All of us are in some way or the other connected with agriculture. But if we ask him why you are doing agriculture, he says this is the way of my life. If I don't do agriculture, I will not exist. Then goes the next shooting question: are you making money out of it? He said, no, I am not making enough money. Then what? It's my way of life again. I have to do farming. I asked one farmer once, why you are doing farming? Your productivity is very low. You are not getting good yields. You are not getting good price. Why are you still in it? He said, sir, you forget you are only looking at the agriculture, that I am not getting good farming. What will my cattle do? If I do some paddy, means at least I will get some hay and other things. It is food for my cow and other things. So we have to exist like this only. This is only a dasha, and whether you call it dasha, good dasha, durdasha, whatever it is, we live with it. So it is excellent. And these are farmers are the backbone of our economy, which all of us know. So I am trying to pinpointedly focus on agriculture value-led enterprises. So all my interventions at Jawad Hills are value-led enterprises. Both value for the activity, number one. Second, value for the farmer who is doing it. Number three, for people who are taken up in an advanced level because of their advanced education, their backgrounds, their power of money and other things. But at the epicenter of everything is the farmer. Whether it is a startup in millet, whether it is a startup in honey, or any sector we may call. And finally, the consumer is the king, market is the leader. So the market leadership is very important, and the market has really become very, vibrant, as it was already. But the market is mostly focused on profits. The higher end of the people are more, because they are more concerned, because they are dealing with money, and money doesn't come easy. The cost of money is very much rising up, and answerability to the investors, answerability to the funders and other things are there. So there is a very great competition, and that competition we have to balance sheets, we have to look at targets, We have to have optimum level of business. We have to have a very, very decided reach in the market. So these are the challenges which the big bigs are facing. And it is not that all the ventures which are being done in a very classy way are fetching profits. If you look at it, it looks very attractive from the outside. But when you go deep into so many of the startups who are doing this excellent venture to bridge agriculture, bridge this food processing, bridge rural development and all that. So it is a tough scene. So looking from this side, the other side looks wrong. Looking from other side, this side looks wrong. So what we basically need, we need a very balanced synchronization and a level play in between, which is happening. Like you see, we are doing this program under the aegis of a university. The university is taken up the responsibility of delivering the goals, what you call pledged by our beloved Prime Minister, and so many mission mode programs. So there is an academic aspect to everything, there is a business aspect to everything, there is an entrepreneurial aspect to everything. But I wish they have an underline the farmer centricness. Whenever we are talking of anything to eat, I think in that farmer's role is there. I think everybody will agree to me. Okay. So at the very beginning, after having so much of appreciation for this DFI committee report and looking at its vastness, wish to reiterate that at all levels, whether it is a marketing level, corporate level, government level, minister level, or any level, please give an underlined recognition to the farmers. As we have invocations, whenever we deliver some lecture or anything, we give an invocation. It is to some god or it is to some purpose and something like that. So let us have invocations celebrating or what you call saluting the farmer. With this, I will just get into the details of my presentation. The first most important pillar of development is the increase in crop productivity. So implementation of model precision millet farming in 1 acre on-site nutrient value assessment lab. This is our plan. The model precision millet farming is being supported by our partner MMV. Mr. Satya Raman is an expert today, and we are very proud to have him with us. He is a global leader today in millets, and they are doing excellent job. They are guiding the national policy at one end. He is creating vast markets in the global scenario, and he is able to very dynamically carry forward all these things, having started from people like us and coming to the farms and then his own background. So this precision millet farming is one key activity what we are going to do in our smart tribal farming. As you all may know, most of the tribals are used to this millet farming. In same way, so in our Javadi Hills, it is an ancient practice of cultivating millets. And in the past, they were cultivating, it seems, very many type of millets. But now it has been restricted and limited to little millets only, which they call samai. And very huge quantities, 20,000 metric tons. And they are able to give it to the, fair price collections of the NABARD and the government of Tamilnadu. And nobody has thought of any value addition, including even at the most, there are some processing units which has come through the schemes of this, our marketing thing. And for your information, Tamil Nadu government is taking a lot of initiatives, although the mention of the Dalwai committee is not there. But when I really visited these programs which are going on, it feels it is addressing the cause of doubling farmers' income. So our Chief Minister Mukha Stalinji is a very, very forward-thinking person. And always Tamil Nadu has been at the forefront in implementing central schemes, politics apart. The administration of the Tamil Nadu government is been very, very agile and very, very innovative, proactive, and they will not like to lose on any opportunity. This is my personal experience from 1984, when first time I brought the centrally sponsored scheme for house-to-house toilet. So the Tamil Nadu government, the way I was a team of it, and how they gave the details, how they made their presentations at the Delhi, and how we successfully could back the liberation of scavenger scheme through Sulabh International. And for your mention, I'm telling you, when there is a central scheme, all of us think that from one state, only one department can go for that grant or that facility. It is not so. It got proved at my time. The first grant was given to the municipal administration, and we selected the Ambattur, Viluppuram, and Nagarkoil. 3 towns were given for construction of individual leach pit toilets under the UNDP program. But then I never knew at that time, I was very young, there is something called Directorate of Town Panchayat. And the gentleman who was the director of Town Panchayat, he said, Sanjay, then you get me for my towns. I said, no, sir, already the scheme is over. And because the municipal administration has taken, director of municipal administration, he said, no, how you can tell like that? I am an independent director. I am also coming under the same secretary. And then he started giving the things. And after pursuing with the central government, sir, for your information, we could clear 13 temple towns. Okay. It was a grand, he was a grand man. Let us remember Mr. S.P. Perumal, who was the director of town panchayats. And I used to go so often. A lot of people discourage me in Sulabh. Why are you going? Already they have got no. You know, he was so meticulous as an officer that he said, no, it cannot happen. The municipal administration is a separate body. It has a director. This is town panchayat. This has a separate director. And we cleared that 13 towns. So what I'm telling is, let the government, our government departments also be very proactive again and see how we can get in as much of funding from the central government. And all the schemes are going on very well. Whichever this center has proposed, we are going on. So in Jawad Hills, sir, I saw some, so the crop productivity patterns we are seeing here. The precision farm skill development to farmers is very important, which we are going to do. To improve land share of millet crops is one aspect. To encourage cultivation of other types of millets based on market demands. So virtually, even the Dhan has done a great job in Jawad Hills. And they also come to that point that only the small millets are being with this one. And it is the need of the hour, especially in the International Year of Millets, to have some specific focus on understanding what are the reasons and what are the ways and means in which we can bring in other kind of millets, especially which are little high priced and used for better. Because due to the agroclimatic zone here, the millets, all of them are telling me, but I don't have any scientific, grounding for it, that the millets of Jawad Hills are very superior. But then why should the, Jawad Hill millet get mingled with other things? Why should it not remain separate and get identity for itself? Is my question. So when people, and then the ancient, see, what I'm telling is, one is the modern science, one is the advanced knowledge of IT and AI and other things. But let us all understand, my dear friends, that all intelligence comes from natural sources first. From natural intelligence only, artificial intelligences come in. That we have to understand. Okay. Henceforth, this natural intelligence, what we are having, that their forefathers and for hundreds or maybe thousands of years from the Chola times, millet has been farming in this place. Means I think it is a point to mention. And there has to be some historical explorations also. And that way, so on and so forth. But the whole problem today, no, it's not a problem. But the change what I am watching is that the people of Jawad Hills, the youth of Jawad Hills are not eating millets. Let me tell, and I will have a survey on it. On the household basis, the consumption of millet is very, very, sparingly. They are all lovers of wheat and rice. Okay. There is nothing wrong in it. Okay. So it goes like that. So the value added multigrade millets flour making is my dream for our Jawad Hills, because sir, there are so many players in the area of millet product making, like the pasta, the noodles, and the different blends of millets, which are used for the recipes like pongal and idli and other things. I very much value those things, but it totally complex marketing dynamics works out. So what I was thinking is, predominantly our Jawad Hills being a very, very nature pristine place, minimum of industrialization is better here. Okay. And even for the industries, my very core focus is all my industrial machines will run on renewable energy very strictly. Maybe 100% it will be like that. Okay. Even the secondary, that is not that we use electricity and then we use it. No. The electricity has to go away. Okay. And this is the biggest challenge our nation is facing in order to get into the top bracket of the net zero and other things. So let us, in our own small way, let us not casually take it. It is just like thrift habit. If you are spending little more on everything, at the end of the day, you find your pockets are empty. You don't have any money. So we need to go in the different approach. We need to do savings. If we are using this much electricity, let us reduce it by 10%, 20%, 50%. And a day has to come when the Jawada Hills has to exist on renewable energy. And there are enough resources for renewable energy. I don't think it is a problem. It has to grow as a culture. Okay. It's not being against electricity, it's not being for renewable energy, but it is the order of the day today. The global climate change and the climate resilience thought of this world compels us to do that. And I'm in my other project, which Moni sir has initiated, which is the climate resilient smart hill agriculture. It is a larger gamut of project which encompasses the entire environmental, ecological aspects, the waterways, the deep forest produce economics, the access of the tribal people, modernization of the tribal people to be modern, but be connected with the forest, be connected with the farmlands in a very, very egalitarian way, which is a climate resistance way. They need to understand things. And for that, lot of training programs, skill development programs we are going to undertake, in which the youth will be trained how to coexist with this nature. Because by development, nowhere we mean that we have to create more and more man-made disasters. The concept and thought of man, whether it is in engineering, whether it is in health or anything, beyond one point, we start exercising our mind and our mind starts working against the nature. If you deeply think it is, okay. So when we do that, what happens is there is a reaction, and that reaction, I don't think I need to prove. The entire globe is disturbed, confused, and highly stressed. The world over, there is a stress for this global warming, the what you call untimely rains, rising of temperature, rising of sea level. All these things has not been created by anybody else other than the man. And more richer the man is, he has more powers. And when you have more power, you destroy more. Henceforth, we are paying a big price for it. And we being in the mid-range of the countries, but India is becoming a vast country, and it is the future superpower of this world. Undoubtedly, I am very clear about it. So, in order to be the superpower of this world, we are not going to discover any big technologies any further. We have discovered everything, I think. All the technologies, the photography has reached its level, printing has reached its level, agriculture knowledge also has reached its level. Then we are having informatics, this, that. So day to day we have to work and we keep on working. So what we need to learn is we need to unlearn certain things which we are doing, which you see we are starting from electricity. The power consumption has to reduce, more of renewable energy has to come and all that. Let us make that our way of life. I think it will make our life more smarter. It will make our life more intelligent, and we will be in control of what we have. And we have enough, nature has enough for the needs of all the people, is a very old saying, but it does not have to fulfill the greeds of a few. So let us see, we live in a more non-greedy world. So this is the multi-grade floor making. Why I said is, it needs minimum of machine things. And I go for the concept that if this startup industry of having multi-grade millets, if I am having only this, little millets and only the finger millets, that doesn't stop me from procuring millets and processing. See, millet flour industry is going to be a very big industry. It is an intermediary industry. I wish to avoid the modern consumer-based market, B2C. It's very difficult for a small community like me here to compete with it in spite of any help. And if I take help, that means the other person is going to exploit me. So I will not be able to do justice to my own people. Henceforth, the flour grading is medicinal flours of millet. More than 2000 rupees kg also is there. So basically what we need is we need a lab setup. We need some great scientist support, which we are having, especially through Professor Moni sir's guidance. And we are having a vast resource of real nature scientists, biotechnologists, plant biologists, and name the thing. And so why we people should not facilitate and teach our own people, develop the thing. Moni sir has spoken to me about what you call agri polyclinics, which is so relevant in what form we can be able to, because we need small skills to run a very high tech. Okay. The core programming and all is done by only 2% or 3% in a company which is having $100 billion output. So it is the core mind, and beyond that it is coming down, and then we need vast number of hands to work. Henceforth, I will really like that idea of his, and we will like to, like if we have one this unit, people should be trained in that point of skill. And then the marketing, initially we will try to outsource and all, but marketing also has to be done, because in the population, if you see, sorry, a little away going from crop productivity, it's crop productivity only. See, all the people cannot engage in farming. Mostly the women and all, they get engaged in the same family. The boys, turn around to lighter things of life and ruin themselves. A lot of social aspects are there, which we will discuss in our project. Okay. Those boys have to be trained to support their own community. Already that spirit is there. Boys are not going out for job because their life is comfortable. They don't want to go to the comfort zone. Now let us give them some opportunities to work. I think they will take it up very, very positively. And I think self-help is the best help. As much of self-help is there, sustainability becomes easy. Moment we start getting foreign influence, we start implanting certain things from the outer world, our independence will go. And when independence will go, sustainability cannot be achieved. I'm sorry to be
Sanjay Guruji, hello,
Yes, sir.
Guruji.
Sir,
Guruji, I think
Yes,
the
sir.
slide is not moving. Just we
Sorry,
also
sir,
we have
sir.
a time constraint, and
Yes, sir,
please
sir. So,
cover.
sir, the three crop productivity thing is, one is primary processing, sir. Other is flour. Then the establishment of seed banks, sir. We see the seed bank shortage and the improperness of seeds as a big impediment in our thing. Dhan report has also told us. Now, we come to livestock productivity. To support farmers, already they are doing native cows, but now we want to help farmers to improve the numbers of cow and grow certain things like moringa and other things, because I heard they are very good medicines for this acidity problem. A lot of people are using medicines. So we want these people, livestock people, to also use more of these greens and other things. Then, sir, there is a need for having an integrated dairy farm as group enterprise. And not only once we go for integrated dairy farms, sir, we will be able to put emphasis on usage of cow dung and urine also as a separate vertical itself. Now the demand is there. There is shortage of this organic manures, because of which people are falling prey to this inorganic manure. On the whole run, the Java Hills is almost natural and bioorganic only. So this is one intervention which is very important. So we need some common place, 100, 200, 500 things. In that, maybe 100 farmers can be members and they own each of them 5 cows or something. I wish some thought is given on that. So these are all the nice elements, but unfortunately it is not what I have done. I am just showing it how I am going to operationalize the Dalwai committee, and this will really benefit the people. Then marketing branded Java Hills milk, sir, it will go for a high price, because the food, what the cow eats, its milk also is directly proportionate in quality and nutrient value. And here the food what the cows get is unmatchable to any other place, sir. And Bangalore and Thiruvannamalai is a good market. Then to train and guide farmers in rearing goats, poultry, piggery, and fisheries. Introduce hybrid varieties. This will add to the pockets of our farmers, and naturally will add strength to the doubling of farmers' income. And so, rather, with every activity, if it doubles, you think 4 5 activities, it becomes very exponential. They earn 10 times more. What is wrong? Yesterday, I was getting 20,000 salary. Today, I joined professors university. They start giving me 1 lakh. Great, no? So let us imagine those things for farmers also. Then, sir, I have one new thought, and that is the donkey rearing, which is very much what you call conducive to the hill places. And we may also, when we are going to the Amarnath and Kedarnath, and the people who are living in the Himalayan terrains, they see, sir, donkey is a very excellent animal, sir. It's a very domestic type of animal also, and its milk of late is being priced very high, sir. Almost up to 300, 400, 500 rupees. And it is mainly, sir, not for huge consumptions. It is meant for medicinal purposes. In Hyderabad, it sells for around 700 rupees liter, sir. Okay. And even in these lower areas, because they consume less, 100 ml, 50 ml. So for 50 rupees or 100 rupees, they get that quantity and use it for children mainly. Then the usage of donkeys, as in forest of for travel and transport, sir. Because when we are going deep in the forest, why we have to carry all these engines and petrol vehicles and make pollution, sir? And it makes sound also. That sound disturbs the actually nature's what do you call surveillance, what you have gets spoiled. So I feel, sir, donkeys can be used for transportation. People may be picking vegetables from the forest or fruits and all. They can bring it, and they can travel also with their train. This is one thing, sir. Then main, sir, in this, the training of rural youth, sir, in livestock productivity, they may not be interested in rearing the animals and going behind them. But there is an aspect, sir, of livestock, this healthcare and advocacy, sir. We can train the people. There are, I think, modules in this veterinary education that the healthcare of the animal is important, and because this is very important, much more than the man, because man speaks, the animals don't speak. So once we want to rear any animal, means we should have a human touch for that. And I feel that healthcare and advocacy part, if the boys are trained, sir, in Javadi Hills, it is a big opportunity for them, sir. They can go around the villages in different districts and really advise people. There are no what you call specialty clinics and other things. So I wish this to be reiterated and taken up, sir, in our projects. Resource use efficiency and savings in cost of production. So now, sir, first point I go is the greatest resource is our land, and the soil testing mandatory before and after cropping, scientifically recorded, and use IT and AI, data analytic methods for better informed decision making, enhanced efficiency, and predictable productivity. It is a very, very key aspect, sir, I feel. And this can be, that is, the predictable productivity is a must in an planned economy, in a market driven economy. So the predictable productivity can be achieved only with the best usage of soil. Number one. Number two goes using intelligent drip irrigation systems. Administration of nutrients and micronutrients must be crop specific and season specific. Efficient management of soil nutrient balance must be assured. Sir, the drip irrigation system, or that drop to drop, the concept has been very well lectured in the national mission programs and all. I very much appreciate that, sir. But now, like in the 80s, we were very much thrilled with the drip irrigation, putting some tubes. So they actually directly saved water. No doubt about it, it is saving water today also. But today, with our advanced knowledge of the agriculture, digital agriculture, we are entering into a stage, plus parallel advancement of the science of fertilizers, science of nutrients, microbiology, biochemistry of agriculture, and all those things. We feel, no, we have to reach that precision level of irrigation, whereby just like how a human being, when is sick, we are using intravenous, doctors are using intravenous medicines, and when whatever they fault they see, oh, he's having a viral attack, they are putting everything through that saline, everything is going, sir. including nutrients, antibiotics, and whatever it is. I feel you, sir, the veins of the Mother Earth is only that capillaries of water, what we are. They are the veins of the earth. And in that, very proper things has to go. You think one wrong medicine, if you are given when you are sick in a hospital by a doctor, or excess dosage is given, or the less dosage is given, it will have an impact on your body, sir. Same way, I think Mother Earth also has to be treated, and we should have precision irrigation. And that knowledge is already we are aware. And sir, you are the guru of agriculture, digital agriculture in the world, and you have been teaching informatics and up to MTech level programs you are having. I wish this has to be reiterated. And just like the diagnostics and treatment, so we are having great soil testing machines in our own group. We have that Madam Soil Sense. She has a wonderful technology, and we will be going for as much of testing. And testing is not once in a year, once in 2 years, or test it and put that report in the files, because I have till now not used a report, sir. Although I know to do soil testing, I know to do water testing and all that reports, we do it very sincerely. Just have a look at it, what it is, this one, and just keep it in the file, sir. While doing the work, we never see at it. I do not know how many people will candidly agree to that. But today, the soil testing is not once. We have to test the soil time in and again and again and again, as we are going for annual health checkup. Some people having diabetes have to go for every 3 months for master checkup. That way, the land and the soil has to also be kept on checking, and that will occur. And then we have the systems, of generating the data and keeping it. And based on that only, we will be able to advise. See, what the farmer needs is not the siloed kind of thing of giving drip separately, giving this separately, having a farmer's fertilizer mela, then fertilizer is given, seed is not given. So this nature lega. These things cannot happen, and especially under the great leadership of our Prime Minister, Narendra Modi ji, who is so meticulous. As a Prime Minister, if he is so meticulous and doing things, we are not here to judge a Prime Minister. No, we have no rights for that. We have no rights for that. Being a citizen, that is also my duty. So if he has taken a pledge and he is unable to do it, the approach has to be that how I can complement and supplement this approach. But today, what people are telling, oh, so many schemes are there. Yes, schemes will happen. A great committee report like the Dalwai committee has not seen the light of the day. This is a fact. Okay. And there are reports in the media that no doubling farmer has not happened. Agreed, not happened. So many of our claims would say, I promised my father I will become a very great man. I did not become. My father has gone. Now I am going to go. I remain in this status with whatever I am doing. So the status of the country is a responsibility of everybody, not only the Prime Minister. Let us not find fault with that. But there is a great thrust has been given that the modern agriculture, the precision agriculture, how we can use our resources efficiently. For this, I think the scientist community, the labs, and the modern thinking devices, the ITES, the handheld devices, these are all boons, I'm telling you. No doubt about it. It is at the tap. But still, see, today we are telling backward villages, backward farmers, what they are doing with the smartphone. Do you know, sir? Shocking it is. They are playing lottery. And they are losing their hard-earned, blood-earned, drained money. So don't you think a person who can apply his knowledge on that, if he is given every alert, what is your status of the thing? What is the temperature? What is the thing? This is the best time to put brinjals. Like that information has to come. This point of time, in this type of weather, if you are doing the harvest of certain things, it is best. This thing has to have only so much of post-harvest, dormancy. Unless you have a transport ready, you should not do the cropping, the harvesting. These are the type of tips and tricks. We are our information media, or what you call the World Wide Web and the internet, is flooded with vicious things. It's flooded with what you call nonsense. See, sex and war is not going to win the world. Okay. So what we need is, we need catch the attention of the people, catch the attention of the farmer. You do like this, you do like this, you do like this, you don't do this. Very firmly we have to tell him. The time has come when the scientist community, the lab, the education institutions, the government bodies, the Prime Minister, the Chief Minister, Member of Parliaments, MLAs, the local ward councillor, the family members. Unless everybody put in, then why we are calling ourselves a secular nation? We want to celebrate Independence Day and Republic Day and eat janggery. Good. But let us use our freedom in a better way. And I feel I am telling this because I am more of a patriot than a scientist or than a great man or anything. Okay. So God has given us, God is there. But the biggest
let us move on.
Biggest God is your land, Mother Earth. Okay, we have to value Mother Earth as much as judiciously we'll use it, we'll be blessed so much. That is my thing for that efficiency. Now, crop intensity.
No, it has come back. This slide has come back. You have to go forward.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Diversification towards high value crops. Sir, actually.
You please carry on immediately, because we'll have a time constraint. We'll try to finish it as early as possible.
See, diversification towards high value crops. Pepper has already been experimented. It was successful also, and need to propagate is there. And it got down because of the droughts 4 years back. Cardamom variety from Kerala can enter Java Hills. Scope is there. I have discussed with some scientists also. Then some trial plantation farm. High value jackfruit variety from Bandruti. Concept is another thing which can be useful. Then exotic vegetable farming is also possible and there is a great market for it. Then to explore cut flowers possibilities and then to have ornamental flower garden sort of things as it is in Kashmir style. So you may be aware, sir, that the government of Tamil Nadu has done some sort of centralized activity for honey. I have not mentioned it here, I think. It is 7 hectares of place which they developed this honey farming and being used by more than 150 farmers. Any point of the time in the year you come, you can get fresh honey from the forest. This is one initiative being done by the government of Tamil Nadu recently, sir. They have spent about 1 crore of rupees on that. Then primary millet improvement in real prices received by farmers. So primary millet farming, appropriate capacity, sorting and grading, animal feed, human consumption, value added. That is, we need to diversify our product and place it to the diversified market. So product mix has to be there, market mix has to be there to get best prices. Then value added multigrade millets, as I have explained this, which goes to the intermediary industry, food industry, and sort of thing. Then if we want to improve our real prices, whether it is for any product produced or the medicinal plants, pharma industries is one very big channel which is untapped here. And whatever is happening like undergrounds or in a very malicious manner. Then next comes the food processing industries and then the cosmetic industries. So cosmetic industries, right from your skincare products to hair care products, all of them we need material from our forests, sir. And they are the best, and some of them are highest cost value, especially from France and other things. So there are certain things, sir, which the crop they are picking from here for 80 to 100 rupees, or they give some 300 rupees as a labor. People go and bring it. I verified one crop, which is a red tuber, that is actually selling for around 6,000 rupees a kg. Then I understood why it is, means it is used for some advanced ophthalmic purpose. So this sort of knowledge and other things also we are bringing to our people in the smart tribal farming through our dedicated programs from experts from Karnataka. And I have also spoken with Nature Science Foundation. Dr. Srikala Nair madam is a very expert scientist on nature science. And people like them will join us and we will educate our tribal people to explore in a more judicious way, mainly identifying and the value system of it. So we need an integrated product development facility, sir, at the end of our project program. And what this means is, this means that anybody can come with their knowledge. We will have a state-of-art facility for them, including the lab, and they can develop products. Product development is a very big exercise for which they are spending a lot of money. And if they are here, they will be near to the raw materials. And our people also can advise them because traditional knowledge will come. Traditional knowledge will come, a lot of treasure wealth is here. So this modern scientists will get guided from that and they will spend 6 months time or something and develop the product and run a test trial. For that, I think our community can be benefited with this type of facilities, sir. So although we may not do all the things, shift from farm to non-farm occupations. This is my last concept, sir. And in this, sir, the biggest potential I am seeing is in tourism development, and that too not general tourism development, endogenous tourism development, which means that the people who go there go only for the pristine beauty of the nature and to enjoy the nature. And you cannot enjoy the nature without the people around. So this is endogenous tourism development, whereby the village homes can be treated as accommodations. And then otherwise we can also create development of natural bamboo homes in every panchayat area on the lines of the dak bangla which we have in all the districts. We have some sort of dak bangla where the officers come and stay, visitors also can stay. So the idea is the beauty of Jawad Hills doesn't lie in the Jamuna Mathur. Jamuna Mathur is an administrative headquarter, block headquarter, which is having a lot of commercial activity. My concept of Jawad Hills is every nook and corner of Jawad Hill is beautiful. Any slope, any high is very, very attractive. So what we do is we try to make people travel all over. For that, we have to make a guiding principle and they live with these people. Then only they will understand the beauty of this place because they are the caretakers of their people. They will get the worth. They will get some amount of money also for the food they give and the accommodation they give. It is some amount of business also, sir. So quality green accommodation and all the developments of buildings will be under the green standards, sir. And I will prefer a gold standards for that because it has a price for it. We have two kinds of travelers. One is the local domestic travelers and we have the international travelers. We have researchers. We will be getting very serious level researchers who have to minimum stay for 15 days to 30 days. For that, we need a social fabric. We need a system for them to feel at home. So we can suggest that if somebody wants to do research on jackfruit, I'll tell him you go to Falana Panchayat and Falana person is the leader for you and he will do all the care what you want. And you may have to pay this much of money to him. So that way it goes, sir. And people who come for the ecological studies and all, they may stay for a year also, sir. So I find this as a very great opportunity for these people and development of endogenous tourism by which we involve the tourist or the visitor into our living fabric. And we offer him what best we have and he enjoys this because it is not normal for him. It is not common in this place. Right from food to living. Living will be normal standards, Western standards, they will caught. There can be a Western toilet, nothing. But the materials of buildings and all has to be mostly bamboo centric. And if we start building bamboo homes in these panchayat, this may be in a layered program, sir. But this will give us a skill to learn. Making bamboo homes is a big skill in which I again want to train my youth here. So this way it goes, sir. And all these activities, as we were talking about startups in each panchayat, which at the outset I rejected, but on giving thought that if somebody as senior as Moni sir is telling, there has to be some thought in it. I really slept over it for 2 days, and I just came out with the concept. I feel it is possible. At panchayat level, all these activities, which are nothing but an output of services, some facilities. So naturally, any service or any facility or any product or any commodity has a value to it, is it not, sir? And an exchange of money can happen. So what I thought is exchange of money is one thing which must happen for the development of the people. And the other thing is if we can define the things in a very clear way, and as the tourism department of Tamilnadu does very effectively, we have developed a lot of, in Mudumalai, we have tourist homes and other things. So why not it be at a little lower level, at a district level? So the district of Thiruvannamalai is responsible for the Jawad Hills. And we need, why not we have a nice center of this kind, whereby people, even the local people, this time you go, you stay in Kovilur Panchayat. Next time you go, you stay in another. So Jawad Hills, you will never get sick. You can go to different places where there is river. Sometimes you go in some plantation area. Sometimes you go in some butterfly area. So much of variety is there, sir. And so many occupations and livelihood are available with the tribals. I feel it will be very absorbing and interesting for the people from the outer world to come and really enjoy this pristine beauty of nature. And we exploit this opportunity to make money and big money, and make our people really rich, and they have to flout with it. And for this purpose, sir, this dream of mine cannot be a reality without having proper connectivity. Hence, with your support only, I came in touch with that ISP called Infonet, and we have completed a ground survey of the entire Java Hills, for your information, and it was very successful. And in certain points, the connectivity for that they may do some cable laying and all, which the CEO, the CTO of the company had come to me, and we spoke to him. They are looking at it as an opportunity for their business, but I am looking at it as an opportunity to advance my agenda, which is very, very serious. So at panchayat level, if I have, sir, my complaint to them will be, I am experimenting their broadband line in my house in Thiruvannamalai. So I'm having a seamless video chat with you because of that. So we are very great. It's a mutual participation. And I told him the last villager of my project area has to be able to get the connectivity. This is my demand, sir. Without this fulfillment of proper internet connectivity, all our smart dreams will go, sir. Because today smartness means phone only. Phone is a radio, phone is a FM, phone is a video, phone is a temple. Everything, phone is a thing. So that also I have cleared, sir. And I hope with time it will evolve. Right, sir? Now, panchayat level startups offering routine facilities, amenities, service for a hill people, as well as tourists and visitors, for a bill, of course. So this startup will be nurtured, sir, by, of course, us. And how we will do that is, sir, we will take support from the industry. Like we will take some support. There are catering colleges in Vellore itself, in our district itself. There are also universities which are teaching advanced catering and hotel management, and whatever the service we are giving, we want to give it at par with the industry standards so that people don't feel very uncomfortable. It's very simple to train people. We can train. And then they train tourist guides. This is a very, very important aspect which will give the jobs to the people of the hill. And the knowledge part, for that we will link with the universities. We will go for the historical aspect, we'll go for the archaeological aspect, because nowadays people just talk, no, this is big, this is very ancient. How ancient it is, and from which kingdom it is coming, only a professor of history can tell this to us. So I am also making some sort of a training package, tourist package for them. They can be professional guides, and we will be registering them also with the Tamilnadu tourism department and other things, whereby they can get some promotion, saying if you go to Java Hills. And you see, the tourism is not simple. When a man goes with his eyes and mind, he goes for different things. Everybody, I have a foodie choice. I look for best hotels whichever town I go. Some people look for cinema theaters. So thematic tourism packages are the best. The wellness package means it will have I think everybody knows this. I need not explain. Wellness package means it's not only the physical health, but the mental health, emotional health, the spiritual health, and all sorts of health, what is there to make a person a blissful life is wellness. So the wellness centers are great, gurus are making wellness center, but my wellness center package is not that. My wellness center package is what people ask for, they'll get. Okay, and the next is, this wellness package is just common living, okay, with some naturopathy and enjoying the nature. Second one is health tourism, sir. It has been learned that the atmosphere of this Java Hills is very ideal and suited for treating mental patients. People with mental disorders, people with this I have got it validated by certain Vaidyas from Kerala. And in Kerala, this Vaidya system is still prevalent. I have some people here in Thiruvannamalai also. I spoke to them. They said yes, when we treat very acute cases and all, because of that serenity of that atmosphere. So health tourism may not that only mental health, any health becomes better with the proper medication, and Siddha doctors are there and other things. Then mountain climbing for the youths, people are coming from software industry nowadays. They are not having, so they do not know, no, they cannot climb everywhere. So all these things we will in link with the forest department, with the district administration, with the block level officers. We want to fix the places. They cannot what you call wander in this hill. Hill is not a place to wander. You have to have a guided route. So including the falls we are having. So there are down areas of the falls which are not permitted for normal people because the accident chances are there, fatality can occur. So we need these packages. These people already, the Javadi Hills, our Bhima Falls is being now manned by volunteers. They were in our team and we were talking. They got an opportunity. Now some NGO is paying them money also. Their task is, sir, only to watch and ward, to make people not go to those places. And you see, they were having 10 to 15 fatalities every year. Now, for the last 2 years, since we started this campaign with the youths, there is no fatality at all. Nobody is dying. Nobody is jumping into the water. So let us have some sort of facility whereby, because what happens is man and nature and animals, we three have to live in coexistence, sir. So we always feel the animal is troubling us. No, but man is also troubling the animal. So that eco balance, and when it comes to the real political level, political means what? The system level, it is the forest and it is the district administration or the administrators and the people, sir. And in between us, we have so much of resources, we have so much of wealth, and to really share and to enjoy it and everything. So this tourism guide package, in which the people will really earn money. Already archaeological hunts is going on. Forest department of our state also is very, very proactive. They have unearthed some archaeological thing which is about second century and some BC oriented things also are there. So there was a lot of life here. There were a lot of kings, especially the Chola kings and all have built so many structures and they are being unearthed. So this also should be an finding approach for us. Then the ecology explorations, sir. These are expert people, who are really having love for botany, who are having love for the animal life, butterflies, and different type of predators which is living in the forest. So they come on their own knowledge, but they also need local guidance so that the local people know where the infestation of insects are there, where here there is no problem of wildlife as far as I know till now. But the different forms of things are there. So bees are there, spiders are there, ants are there. So these people are very smart in that, and they know to treat. Because I have myself got hurt at some point of time, and so they immediately give some medicine also for that first aid, so that it will sting. What you call the sting of the animals and all. So let us have a very, very holistic system, but with the checks and measures and with a lot of precaution that we don't get hurt, we don't hurt the nature, and let us coexist. With this spirit, that part ends. Now, sir, the solar, as I was telling you, the renewable energy is very important. In our startups, sir, I have spoken to certain companies, which are large companies, and we can coordinate more of them who are interested in business. Okay. And the business of solar is not one day business, sir. It is a business, perennial business. Till the sun will exist, the people can make business. They are ready to come with the franchise concept. When once I started going deep into your concept of startups for panchayats. So panchayat, the startup means can be one item, can be one subject, or it can be multiple subjects. So the solar kiosks are at panchayat level, so that all the street light problem is solved. Then we need the irrigation, sir, for the people now. So rain-fed is okay, but we need some amount of irrigation systems also. Our irrigation, solar irrigation pumps, mobile solar irrigation pumps can be there. That can be the scope of this startup, sir. And the people are really poor. For the people to afford to buying the solar pumps, and especially it is not viable and feasible and advisable for 1 hectare of land or 1 acre of land. I think you will agree with me, sir, on that. So the sharing of resources, pooling of resources, expert resources, and then creating facilities and services and trying to distribute them equitably to the panchayat level can happen only when there is an establishment at the panchayat. Every farm village of that village homes in that panchayat has the right to say, I need this irrigation facility. If there is no water also can be transported for term distances, no problem. We can have some facility like that, and they have appointments. And this my solar irrigation system has to run for at least 20 days. Means it makes very good money for my startup, the panchayat level startups. This is one facility. So other things also, whatever is needed, the input, whatever is the thing, can be done by this. Then means there is a scope, sir, for having some decent economic activity. Then both PV and thermal. PV is the plates and other things. Thermal applications are there, sir. Great thermal applications in the form of solar cookers. People can be taught to cook on the solar thing. For that also, I am speaking to some agencies. Some people have shown interest from Gujarat.
Hello? Hello? I think there is a connectivity issue. Hello. Yes.
Sir, am I live, sir, now? Yeah.
Yeah,
Sir.
yeah.
So
Okay,
just
yeah,
ending
yeah.
with that. So the thermal applications. So thermal applications, they also can be operated on franchise mode, sir. And what we can have is we can have a different type of solar dryers, sir. Solar dryers will be used across our agriculture output chain for dehydrating of vegetables, dehydrating of fruits, dehydrating of any stuff, medicinal plants. So this dehydration technology is proven technology, sir. We need not market that. It is well proven. There are enough companies. Industry is using it in a big way. And for us, it is attractive because we will use less of power on that. Then the tourism thing can be grounded in the panchayats if we have one apex sort of 25 rooms hotel concept, maybe it is branded also, in the block headquarter of Jamna Mathur, outsourced to catering college or university, functional like a medical college and hospital. There cannot be a medical college without a hospital. So the same way, the catering institutes have to understand that they have to train their people to make living on the earth. So their people has to come as interns to our place and work, and it works like a great model, is my thought. Then at last, we have something called a battery swapping station, because today the world, from the renewable energy of solar and to the tidal energy to the wind energy and all that, it is now going towards battery energy. So finally, if you see our life will be ruled by batteries. Right away in your around you, you see you have your mobile phone, you may have some other small gadget, everything is battery. So this battery swapping, why we are doing it, it is a part of a large project which I am involved, in which a lot of German companies are involved. We have done research on LED, that is, lead acid batteries, which is a very polluting thing and it is causing concern. So we have developed a very advanced technology for regenerating lead acid batteries, which our company in the past has been doing in the Himalayan region, because they used to throw the batteries in the. So the army and the other people are taking our services, and we have been able to find batteries in the snow, pick it up, which is not working for a year or so, and we are giving life to it. That is one project parallelly going on. I spoke to that gentleman. He told me that as a part of our German project, we will be very interested to participate in your Javadi Hills and give you a swapping station, not today, 6 months or 1 year down the line. Whichever batteries we are collecting from the corporates or from the industries which do not want to use the batteries, just throw it. So what we are trying to do, no sir, we are trying to use this as a resource, something which is going to be dumped, we are taking, using our technology and regenerating it and giving at a very, very low price to the poor farmers and other people. So one battery is enough to run a power system of a house. So to any level of, the battery banks are running Delhi's Delhi's electricity, parallel electricity it is. So sir, this much of things I had in my mind, sir. And I just want to speak 2 minutes on the startup thing, what you're telling. I did not have time to quote them. But one thing is, sir, panchayat level startups are possible, and they are possible through the facility services used by themselves and extended to other people. Then number second startup can be, sir, product specific. We can have a startup on honey. We can have a startup on millets. Then we can have a startup on jackfruits, and we can have a startup on medicinal plants, sir. It will be a multi-agency startups. It will not be a typical startup as we envisage, that I am the entrepreneur and I do it. It will be highly collaborative, and I think we can take steps towards that. So, sir, I am actually very glad that I do not know what I speak, but I speak because it's from the bottom of my heart, and I speak truth. At least I have learned to speak truth in my life. So I want to operationalize all these things. I have operationalized the Dalwai committee. Okay. And I think you will agree I am doing little justice to that. And this has to become a reality. Then only Dalwai committee or the DFI mission will succeed. And at that time, if people appreciate me, I will be very happy. Today, kindly excuse me for any mistakes and any type of anomalies in these things. But these are all happening things. And I think if they can happen here, they can happen in some other place also. And I request to Moni sir, I request to the Shobhit University, I request to the Prime Minister of India and all the great gurus and leaders and power people to consider this as a proof of concept. If it would have been a project, I would have presented this in a very different way. But let us try to, what you gave me the idea of startup at Panchayat level. Okay, there is no past record for it. So why not take Jawad Hills as a proof of concept for the startup at Panchayat levels? And maybe it can be replicated, maybe it can be replicated in a much better, in a more intelligent way. So with this, I really take leave, sir, and hand over the studio to you
Thank
for
you.
your comment.
Thank you very much, Sanjay Guruji, for your very fascinating, fantastic and resourceful and a completely full of agenda-oriented presentation talk that shows that you are very much within the framework. And I'm very happy that when we 2 years back, when I spoke to you, that we have to initiate it as identified by the Mr. Satyanarayan Raman. And now we have walked for a long mile, a lot of distance. That, and I'm very happy that with your vast experience, you have really prepared an action plan for in a holistic manner to undertake development in Javadu Hills. I was quite impressed by your previous talk on climate resilient smart hill agriculture, Javadu Hills 2050. In the similar manner, you also brought it out how Dr. Ashok Dalwai committee recommendations can be operationalized. Digital technology is very important, and digital technology in agriculture is very important. There are other guests there would like to interact with you. Can I, Mr. Manish, can you put them online? Dr. Sagdev Singh, Professor Gopalakrishnan, Dr. Neeraja, can you, and I would like to, Dr. Neeraja, Professor
Yes, sir.
Gopalakrishnan, you can put your video on. You have listened to the talk by Sanjay Guruji. He was a former CEO, he's an environmental engineer, and he has got his own, holistic plan for bringing in smart tribal farming and smart hill development in a very, technology-led manner. So I would like to hear from you that, what is your takeaway from this presentation, because you are also involved in developing, such type of project in from your university. First is Dr. Neeraja, maybe about another 5 minutes, and then I would like to request Professor Gopalakrishnan. Madam, Dr. Neeraja.
Sir. Namaste, sir. Namaste, everybody. So it's an excellent presentation by him. And we are also planning for the smart tribal farming here in Kurnool. And as you talked about this farming related to this, value addition and all. And there is there are certain medicinal plants available in an area in Nannamalai Hills. So I can think about that. It's very useful to me. For example, Nannari we call it as the roots. From the roots they prepare sharbas, and there is still at the traditional level only. So we can give it to we can bring that to the status of soft drink also. So it is there in
Okay.
my mind. I interacted with the many forest officials, and one NGO is doing farming in that with that wild edible roots. So actually, they are the wild plants available in the forest, and some NGO
Perfect. Great scope.
is making that into bringing it into the cultivation level. So it is your talk is very useful, and it has given us a direction also. And thank you very much for guiding in the right direction, in the sense you are talking about the endogenous tourism. So that also it is useful for us, because in Annamalai area still underdeveloped, but still there are certain pockets of the tribal people who live deep inside the forest only. That is also very useful to me. I can plan on that. The endogenous tourism and all you talked about over Chaudhary Hills.
Welcome.
It's very useful to me also. And a special thanks
You're welcome,
to
madam.
Professor Moni sir, for giving me this opportunity. And sir, many doubts were cleared by this. And I'm ready to jump into the waters immediately.
Great, madam.
Great
Welcome.
inspiration I had from your talk, especially you have highlighted what is the Dalawai committee recommendations and what we are supposed to do and where lies the gaps and all. And I got the clarity by attending this webinar. It's really very useful. And I thank the Shobhit University for arranging such wonderful things. And special thanks to Professor Moni sir, and especially the resource person who enlightened us regarding the smart tribal farming, Sanjay sir. It's very useful. And you are talking about the batteries. And you are talking about the mother nature. Won't you feel that they will pollute the environment?
So for that only, you cannot throw the battery. The battery
Ah,
is normally dead in 3-4 years. But we will
ah,
give recharge to the battery for another 15 years, your battery will work. We are
okay,
not at all
okay.
throwing the battery. Battery doesn't pollute. When you throw the battery, dump the battery,
Hmm.
only pollution starts. So we are
Okay, okay.
giving 2 lives, 3 lives to the battery.
Acha, acha. Great
And
idea, sir.
madam, one
It's great
suggestion
idea.
for you, madam. Don't
Sir,
call
sir,
your nunnery drink as a soft drink. You call it as an
sir.
energy drink.
Energy. What I'm planning
Soft
is a
drink is a
summer.
wrong concept.
Yes, sir. So,
Nunnery
if
is
at all any
different.
possibility is there, we can replace that to Coca-Cola and then this with this
Yeah,
Nannari
it's, of
drink, no?
course, it goes without saying. So that is a
Yeah,
soft drink. It is called soft
yeah.
because it is made with water and some chemical. Okay.
We'll
But this
call it
is
as
not like
energy
that. It
drink.
is a natural, it is an
It is
energy
a,
drink. It is very cool to the
yeah,
stomach. Everybody knows Nannari
yeah.
Sarbat.
You come across the Nannari in your area, sir? Javadi Hills also?
Not yet, madam. I have not
No, no.
close to
Only it is
it.
confined to this Eastern Ghats only.
Yes, madam. It
That's
needs less of moisture, no, madam.
yes,
It
yes,
needs
yes,
less of moisture. Our place is
yes,
little moisture. Right?
yes, yes.
Great, madam.
Wonderful place.
Wishing you good luck, madam. Go ahead with your Nanari and send to us and monitor also. We will enjoy it. Thank you,
Thank
madam.
you.
Moni sir is my mentor, sir. Moni sir
No,
is my
thank you
mentor.
very
He
much.
has to plan everything.
Yes,
Thank you
our
very much. I think Dr. Neeraja, Madam, is representing the Cluster University, Karnool, and they are also going to join with the Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology, deemed to be university, for the Smart Tribal Farming Project initiative. And so that's why I requested her to join. And now let me request Professor Gopalakrishnan. He run a very big institution with 20,000 students at Tiruchengodu, Tamil Nadu. And over to Professor Gopalakrishnan.
So first of all, myself, Dr. M. Kadir Selvam, sir. I am representing Dr. R. Gopalakrishnan, sir, as he was engaged in
Okay.
some other important meeting.
Okay.
So first of all, my sincere thanks to Moni and Sanjayaguru, sir, so for giving us an opportunity. And actually, it was a very wonderful session. So actually, we got a lot of insights from your interaction, sir. So one thing I want to get a clarity from your end is that so whenever we try to approach for that smart manufacturing farming technologies in Kolli Hills and as well as in the Ooty. Actually, for the PVTGs and all things, we have approached for them, sir. So these two are looks both extreme, sir. For example, when you are approaching Ooty people, so one end of the people is highly sophisticated because they are experiencing all the government beneficiaries, all the things, and they are well sophisticated. When other enders also we can able to notice in that Nilagiri's. But in the Kolli Hills, we cannot able to find that much beneficiaries of that government funds on all the things. So what they are feeling is that they are comfortable and they are feeling safe in that comfortable zone. So that they won't want to take the risk or they don't want to adopt the latest technologies, as they are not that much aware of that how to use the technologies like that. So in such a conditions, how we can make them to show interest towards this thing. So if we can able to put some suggestions in this regard, it will be helpful for us to convince them, so that they also can able to easily move towards that smart farming technologies, sir.
I am very glad, sir. I welcome you, and we can exchange our details.
Sure.
Sir, actually, my first offer was to work in what do you call Kullimalai only.
Okay, nice.
Okay, Kulli Hills. Kulli Hills is a very great treasure trove of medicinal plants,
Yes, sir.
much bigger than it, and lot of people have been working there. Lot of siddhas and other people also have taken shelter there. And fortunately, I got an
Join.
associate
Please
at
join.
Kullimalai. But I have till now
Okay,
not
okay.
even visited Kullimalai. But if you are giving me an
Okay, yeah.
offer,
No, I'll invite.
I
I'll
wanted
Sure.
to
invite.
independently.
It's our pleasure.
I'll ask Manish to do that.
I wanted to independently develop this Javadi Hills because it is in close distance from my Thiruvannamalai.
Yes.
Actually, today I am in what you call DR, and I am what you call living here in the authority of Arunachala. I have no occupation, I have no business, I have no work. I simply live here in
Okay.
Girivalam at Thiruvannamalai. So I wanted some place where I can go in the morning and by night I can come back. So
Yes.
Kollimalai is not ideal for that. So I explored the thing, and great support of Moni sir is there, and that has driven me to come to this level, and I'm going. I'm coming to your point of Kollimalai. If you can share the studies and whatever initiatives you have done at Kollimalai, I think I'll be able to complement it. And we have a ready mentor there. He is a great man. I have not
Okay.
told the context came today only. There is
Okay.
Swami Premananda.
Hmm.
Swami Premananda, who is called Kulli Swami. Okay, he is an alumni of IIT Delhi. He is
Okay.
super senior, like our Moni sir. He is also my super senior,
Hmm.
and we gel well. And I have he blesses me always. He says, "Good, you are doing something." But they are all in a level, where they have reached that spiritual level to think. He lived in Kollimalai for 20 years. And he
Okay.
has offered me his ashram. He has offered me, if you people come, we can stay there. There is availability of food and accommodation and everything. But Swamiji, since he is attaining senior age and he more attached to the Arunachala, he has come back to Thiruvannamalai. And he
Okay.
has an ashram here, 1 2 acre ashram, whereby
Okay.
some activities. There also we have lot of accommodation. So Kollimalai Swami is a, what do you call, a knowledge treasure, but because of not being able to perform with the current disabilities of our social order, so he
Okay.
doesn't take interest. But then he encourages me, oh, you are younger man, you can run for some more years, so you go to Kullimalai. So if you will arrange a program, I will take Swamiji's permission and rather request him that he be present there. I think talking to him for 1 or 2 hours, I think lot of your work will be resolved, sir, not me.
Sure.
We have
Sure.
enough,
Let me definitely plan for that, sir.
sir. We
Yeah,
will. You are most
it's very nice
most welcome.
that I think you said your name is Mr. Kadir. What is
Kadir
your
Selvam.
name?
Kadir
Kadir
Selvam, sir.
Selva. Yeah.
Kadir
Yes.
Selvam.
You know, when I had interaction with the Professor Gopalakrishnan, he also is very much interested. He also would like to
Yes.
establish Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies in
Yes, sir.
in our college, and he also would like to take smart tribal farming in
Yes.
smart hill agriculture in Kolli Hills. And we studied about Kollimalai, songs about Kollimalai and so on and so forth when we were students in schools. And I'm also very much, interested to see to that many of such hills in the Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats within the part of Tamil Nadu, we have to bring in as a smart hills for the development. It's very important. So thank you very much for joining. And
I'll be glad to
Sanjayaguru.
have the details of your college and the numbers. I don't have
No,
it.
I will send it that. They are going to sign an MOU with the university
Sure, sir.
for establishing a center for agricultural informatics and e-governance research studies. So it is going to be an institutional collaboration, and smart hill agriculture in Kolli Hills is going to be a project which will be undertaken through this institute. Thank you very much, for joining. Let me
Yeah.
invite Dr. Sagdev Singh from the university. Mr. Manish, can you put him mainly, on the front?
So thank you,
Mr.
sir. Thank you
Manish,
for the opportunity.
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you,
We will keep in
thank
touch.
you, Mr. Manish.
Sir, Sadevji device is not connected. Mic
Okay,
and camera is not
is
allowed.
Dr. Shrikala Nair is online?
No, sir.
Is Dr. Shrikala Nair?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Is there any comments which have come in the chat box?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. And I was, Sanjay Guruji is very important talk today. We had it, and it is the first talk in operationalizing or a step towards operationalization of our initiative on smart tribal farming. And why we initiated this project is that our honorable president comes from the tribal community. We thought that by operationalizing the Dr. Ashok Dalwai committee report on digital technology in agriculture, which talks about exclusively smart tribal farming, it is very important. And rather than doing in one place, let us see across the state in a cluster of 10 tribal village in about 11 identified states, and identified a district with the local NGOs who have been working in the tribal areas for decades together, so that we can understand the problems at the grassroots level, and develop an appropriate action plan and go for presentation. And it is very important. And Dr. Sagdev Singh is not in a position to join through video, but he sent a message that he is appreciating and thanking for this talk by Sanjay Guruji. Thank you, Dr. Sagdev Singh, for your very important congratulatory message. So this is today's talk has given an very important topic. Let me summarize that. Dr. Miss the our today's guest speaker, Dr. Sanjay Guruji, has talked about that operationalization of Dr. Dalwai committee recommendation will bring in a great horizon of development. And it is even I mentioned in my initial remark that digital technology is essential, and this will facilitate establishment of 2.25 lakh agri-tech startups. It is a big opportunity for rural India to shine and smile and roar with respect to the development is concerned. India is an agrarian economy, so it is to be done on a priority basis. And and today I'm very happy with much more confidence that we were able to identify a person like Sanjay Guruji, Sanjay, Sanjay Guruji, and with his vast experience, I'm now having a full confidence that the project, as initiated in Jawad Hills, will be successfully operationalized. And today he said it, he talked from his bottom of his heart. And he studied the Dr. Ashok Dalwai committee report, and he has visualized and brought out a holistic plan. And it is not an action plan, it is an actionable plan which he's brought it out. And he has, he said that many of the products which are available in Jawad Hills are all having high quality. And he talked about that, even a GA tag for millet from the Jawad Hills is necessary. And he also talked about many of the slides which he talked about, which is each slide can generate lot of economic development at the grassroots level. And I was quite impressed what he talked in increasing crop productivity. He talked about millet related things, and he also increasing livestock productivity. And in that, he specifically mentioned that the there's a is integrated dairy farming for high priced milk, which included even donkey milk. And how Jawadu Hills can bring in that donkey enabled transportation facilities, and also that high priced milk, which is now which has a medicinal value, and it is very important. And then he also talked about resource use efficiency, and it is all the presentation material, and it is given a complete new dimension for development with respect to Jawad Hills is concerned. And then he also said it that why can't we enable farmers to use their limited land area as labs. We talk about lab to land. Now he has gotten a specific requirement. Let us to increase productivity. Let us convert farmers' land, the limited land, as a lab. I think this has to be, it's a great message for all engineering colleges, non-engineering colleges, deemed to be universities, to have agriculture as one of their prime academic and research activity. It is very important. And then he also made a very big statement. I liked it. Happy farmer is a natural and national resource. Happy farmer is a natural and national resource, and we have to achieve it, and also to create agricultural community service center at the panchayat level. I think that today our guest speaker Sanjay Guruji is come out with a lot of agenda, and I'm also very happy that Dr. Neeraja has joined from Kurnool, from the cluster university of Kurnool, and she is also has got motivated to undertake for the entire Rayalaseema region pilot projects with respect to smart tribal farming is concerned. And I'm also very happy that the representative from KSR College at Tiruchengood, they also joined, and they would like to take up such a similar project in Hilly Hills. And it is very important. And he also talked about that at Nevada Hills, we have to create lot of startups with respect to product based, produce based. And since all the agriculture commodities are having, it is from the natural farming, and which has to be processed, and it has to go to the global value chain. So smart tribal farming, as a title, is that for integration with global value chain. That is our action plan. Smart tribal farming is dash integration with the global value chain, and that is very important, for which operationalization of the Ashok Dalwai committee report on committee, that is doubling farmers' income by 2022 committee report 2018, and also operationalization of the digital technology in agriculture, that volume 12B of this report. That is also 7 mission mode programs, 7 agenda for growth, as talked about in the Dr. Ashok Dalwai committee report, and 7 mission mode program for digitalization of Indian agriculture. So 7 plus 7, it is 77. And that is that equation which we have to bring it out. And thank you very much, Sanjay Guruji, for your very knowledgeable, thought-provoking, and a talk which can bring in sustainable growth and development at the grassroots level. It will have a far-reaching impact at the grassroots level. Hope that the the participants from Thiruvannamalai administration and forest officials and government of Tamil Nadu and the ministries from the central government working in hill development are listening to this today's talk. And we are very happy that from Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, deemed to be University, Meerut, and in association with various NGOs who are working with tribal, locations in all the identified districts. We have initiated this program, and we would like to see to that the doubling farmers' income by 2022 committee recommendations are operationalized at the grassroots level. Before I close, I would like to hear from our guest speaker, Sanjay Guruji, his last remark, and then I will close the webinar. Over to you, Sanjay
Thank you,
Guruji.
sir. Thank you again. Thank you again to Shobhit University and
Please
Professor
unmute.
Moni. Yeah, can you?
We are not hearing you. Your voice is not audible.
I don't know what has happened. It's not mute. Sir,
Okay, I think your voice is not audible, and
okay.
thank you. Thank you very much, and and you are part of us, and let us have our
Thank you,
working
sir.
group strengthened, and let us try to prepare our project proposal
Yeah,
for presentation to the
soon.
district administration first, and then the state tribal department and agriculture department, and then to the central ministry of tribal affairs
Sure,
for
sir.
appropriate funding. So with this, I would like to thank our guest speaker, Sanjay Guruji, and the participants. And above all, I would like to thank our Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, and our faculty members, and also the three, participants who have interacted with the guest speaker, Dr. Neeraja Madam, and representative of Professor Gopal Krishnan and Dr. Sagdev Singh from the Soviet University for your participation. Thank you very much. With this, we will close the webinar and leave the webinar. Thank you. Leave the studio. Thank you. Thank you.